We quickly pause to clear our throat, and then we go to the inventory screen. We select a weapon, which isn't the one we're using, and then we select the one we're using again, thus reloading it without bothering with that whole reload animation thing. Now, you'll see that a lot in speedruns, but I'm not going to do it, because it's kind of pointless most of the time, unless you've got a weapon with a really long reload. Now, we have to go around here raiding places, and then Joanna will whine at us.
There's the antenna, but I can't throw a bug that high.
You know, you would have thought that if knowledge is power, it would have just stopped working when she came near it, but apparently not, so we'll have to do this the conventional way, or the unconventional way. I can't think of anyone having tried this before, after all. So, firstly, we will gun down the men who are guarding it, and we will admire the fact that while this place has no runway, it does have a blast deflector. I guess they just installed it there to show willing, or to just at least pretend to be an airbase, I don't know. So, there is one last drone gun over here, but luckily we have some grenades which we can use to deal with it, so let us start throwing the grenades at it. You have to be a bit careful with this grenade, because if you're not, you will miss out on the other secret weapon in this level, which is dual magsecs, and we want those, so we're going to have to carefully destroy this drone gun before it destroys us. So that's our last grenade, and marvellously it blows up. In response to that, it's like Christmas. Santa brought us death. So, because that guy comes out of there, we are going to leave him a present, because we are also like Santa. Down it goes here, we leave him a dragon in proximal mode. There we are. Now, the thing is, for those of you who have actually read the objectives will note that Daniel said that going in through the foot entrance would be suicide, and it is definitely suicide. After all, it is guarded by 4 whole entire guards, as opposed to the 24 or so who guard the other entrance. Oh, Daniel, you bloody idiot. Anyway, let's switch our Super Space Clob to a 3-round burst mode, and we will take out these men with it. You have to wonder who the hell would design a 3-round burst-firing pistol which only had a 9-round magazine. I mean, even the real one has a 20-round magazine, but no, let's not bother with that. So we'll gun down all these men using our ammunition-insufficient weapon device, and then we'll admire the fact that while a lot of people would say that this level has no cheese in it, it does. There it is. We can see it using our X-ray thing device. The thing is, this level is used 4 times, and this is the only time you can't get to that specific point in it. So they just left the cheese there anyway. It's kind of stupid. So, now that we have done that, we're going to have to disable the interceptors by blasting them with our guns, no less. Yes, this is the perfect agent mode objective, waste some ammo. These two don't even do anything. It's only the one over the other side that will, and that will only do it if you disable the radar over here first. Well, pardon the comms rider bug on it, rather. I'm making stuff up as I go along, I'm sure. Now, this actually worked in my test playthrough, but it's not going to work now. I'll tip you off to that in advance. I'm trying to use this thing as a shield, you see. I thought I'd be clever, but the game knew about my clever, and they shot around it as it turned out. Regardless, this is about the best use of the jet bike in this level anyway. You can't do much else with it, so we'll gun these guys down at the top of the tunnel, and then we will proceed forth and forward, and we will see their friends who will harm us in many ways. We don't like that. So up we go, and now the 2 men will jump us from over there in a minute. Come on, we're not going to hurt you, you're going to hurt us first. Yep, as it turned out, they get to shoot us, we get to shoot this bloody jet bike. It's worse than useless. It's an outrage, it is, I tell you. Anyway, had we come up here without disabling that robot interceptor, we would have an RCP-120. No, we wouldn't. We would have this thing gunning for us, and we would have to blast it with the rocket launcher, no less. And then it would fall on us, at least traditionally. Yes, that is why you don't do it. It seems to home in on you or something. Anyway, let's get rid of these other 2 guys. It's revenge for our embarrassment in the other game, and then we'll reload this and go back to the other game again. And take that, and we will walk around it. Away with you, you horrible thing. Now, we just got some ammo to pick up there, and then we, rather than making our way through the minefield, we will use this button. Hey, see, it is useful after all. Except that usually half the time when you get here, you'll have blown it up anyway. But we haven't, and I am proud of that. Okay, now this part of the level is a bit difficult because we have to deal with the last bunch of guards. And now these Nelevators have men in them. This one does anyway. It has 2 men with dragons, and you'll see why we're not going to try to use the other lift in a minute. It's not a good idea, you see. So we will have to give these men a bit of mag sexuality, which they're not in for and not up to, so we'll have to wait for that lift to come back. Now, we're going to have a look at what's in the other lift in a minute, but not this time. We're instead going to edit the video as he comes back up here and we miss him with all we've got. Take that, everything but him. we're not having any of that stuff's way. So right, now he's dead. So we'll just trigger the other thing over here. Now, you have to wonder, how exactly did Trent Easton, the director of the NSA, persuade the United States Air Force to install an alien radar system? What exactly did he say? There you go. Yeah, it's full of explosive barrels. And what did he do? Did he, like, convince them it was an illegal wiretap and they allowed it on the premises because it was evil? I don't know. It's strange and bizarre and wrong. Anyway, here we go. We've defeated all of them, so we can pick up their stuff, and then we can proceed downward into the hangar. We'll wave goodbye to that guy, because we're not going to see him anymore. And then we will duck behind this crate and prepare for an onslaught the likes of which the world has never seen since the last one. For there are many men down there, and they're all armed with dragons and grenades, and they are prepared to ruin our day, so we must visit more max sexuality upon them. No, you can't do that, I don't even like him. Shut up, you. Right, so that guy's going to try and throw a grenade at us, but he was foolish for doing so we're going to throw a dragon at him, and we were foolish for doing so, as it turns out, because it's just going to explode uselessly. Marvellous. It wasn't the best plan I've ever had, nor the best thought out, so we're going to hide behind this blood, because they wouldn't dare shoot at their own man's blood. So, we'll get rid of those guys, and there's one last guy left over there, who will gun down ruthlessly. Now, we've actually run out of ammo in our left-hand gun, as you can tell there, and we've only got 3 shots left in our right-hand gun. Luckily, 3 shots was all it took. Hooray! It's almost like I planned the whole thing as a dazzling feat of incompetence, but as you saw, I did not. Anyway, let's get some sniping going on, because there's a man over there by the elevator, and we blew off his head because he wasn't using it anyway. Put a few more shots in just to put the boot in, and because his animation was still running, and then we'll pick up this dragon over here, and we'll check over here quickly, because eventually it will spawn 2 guys behind us, just to ruin our day if we decided to take our time over things, but it hasn't yet, and it doesn't during this video. So that guy's going to get down and try to take a shot at us, but unfortunately for him, he was rubbish, and we were better, so we won. That guy over there is going to be ambushed by us as well. Now, 2 guys are about to run along the walkway over there. Now, if you let them get anywhere near you, they will throw a grenade at you. Always. It is probably scripted or something, but we're not going to let them get anywhere near us, so their grenade throw-it is in vain. Shove some more bullets in there, and let's carry on. Not down here. That's ridiculous. So, back up we are, and now we have to make our way down 1 more elevator, and then gun down a few men, and admire a very, very strange occurrence, which not many people know the reasoning for. In fact, not any people. It's a complete mystery. So, we've got the lift going, and we're going to be paranoid about that wall over there, because it may attempt to harm us at some later date, who knows. But anyway, in we go.
Careful with that trigger finger, Agent Dark. You're closing in on my position.
What the hell does your doctor have to do with this? Alright, anyway, that is our good buddy Jonathan, who we will meet at the end of the level, and that guy's going to try and stop us by throwing a grenade at us, but that is in vain and nonsense. So, now there is a little bit of a gauntlet going on. What we would normally have is those crates over there. 4 guards would run out and hide behind them. There is actually a 5th guard, however, who stays behind and fires a magnum at them. You'll see him run off at the end of this. He's not Jonathan, he's a different
Agent
guy.
Dark, over here.
There you are. I was beginning to wonder if...
Magnums can penetrate flesh? Oh, they don't.
What?
How about that?
if you've been discovered yet. And frankly, if this is how you work, I'm
2
amazed
skilled
that you
secret
lasted longer
agents
than 5
arguing like
minutes.
children in the middle of a
I
secret
was tidying
facility.
up one of your loose ends.
My loose ends.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you wanted him to shoot you.
Just wave your gun
I can
around.
call in some more guards if you
Guns
like.
can't go off by accident.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
you.
forget about it. I'm going to let the Institute know we've made contact.
Alright, so now we have completed Area 51, and next time we will have more of Area 51, because as I said, this level is used 4 times in the game and 3 of them back to back. Until then, I have been Evil Tim, and this has been Let's Play Perfect Dark. You will all now go and have a good day, and you will await the update, which will happen soon. Seriously.